Perfect. Hello, everyone. Good evening, good afternoon, good midnight, good whatever, depending on you where you are. Alex here, as always, your host in Phoenix Holdings, and it's actually a great pleasure to bring you guys forward. Join the Diamonds project. I'm not actually going to be the one to present it to you, but I have two of their members ready on board and set to go. Kamikaze and Player One. I hope he didn't drop. You guys are muted. Give us a couple of words about yourself, and then we'll probably talk a bit about the team. How did you guys come up with the idea, and so on and so forth.
Hello, Alex. Thanks for having us in the first place. We are really, really glad to be here. I'm Kamikaze. I'm the project lead of JTD, and I have player one with me tonight. If you want to say hello. Oh, I think TG dropped him off.
Could be.
Well, yeah, I think so. TG is crazy today. He got me kicked like 5 times today from VCs. So I just continue. Yeah, like I said, I'm the project lead of JTD. I came up with the idea about this project roughly 11 months ago. I was mostly wrecked by cheats, or scammed in the BSC space, and I was just sick and tired. And yeah, man, I came up with this idea where actually, people holding should benefit, and people selling for a quick profit or in loss just because they panic or whatever. Shouldn't should how you say, you punish them basically. Then I presented this idea to player one, to Rolly, to Ragnar. Those guys, loved it from the start. And ever since, we've been working hard on this, and we delivered the utilities with the contract. We started marketing. We have the pre-sale in 2 days. I'm pretty excited, man, when you see everything unfolding after such a period of time.
Definitely. I think we kind of figure out what the problem was. I think player one forgot to complete the captcha, and that's what actually got him kicked out of the channel entirely. I hope we are good by now. Hopefully, this is not going to be the
Yeah,
case.
sorry guys about that. I'm
No
back
worries, my
now.
man. No worries. Perfect. Well, we kind of spoke with Kamikaze. He introduced himself. Probably passing on the floor to you if you want to say a couple of words.
Okay, thanks guys for having us here. I'm player one. I'm the co-owner of JTT. My main role in the team is social media management, networking, and also well, I'm the community lead. I have more than 4 years of experience in crypto. Been a part of the core teams in all different projects. So yeah, that's me.
Perfect. Perfect. Thank you, Flare One. Thank you, Kamikaze, as well, for introducing you yourself. Now, as a start off, probably basic question, just to get to know you guys in the project. How many members are in the GTD project? And I mean, how did you guys come up with the idea for this project? Unless you, Kamikaze, actually covered that, or maybe Player One wants to add anything else to that.
Yeah, for player one, I just say, I basically explained him, how the idea of JTD and those amazing USD rewards came to life. And then alongside on the way, we thought what we can do for the ecosystem of this project and how we can make sure to, sustain it for a long term, not just through taxes, but actually through revenue generating utilities. Um, that's leading us to what the project is now. For the core team, we have 6 members in the core team, plus the whole moderator team. The core team is built from player one, who is our social media manager. The best guy probably to have in your project. He's just well connected in the BSC space and an easygoing guy, hardworking. We have Ragnar, who is our CMO. Really a cool dude. Been working with him, on several projects, and really, really well connected. Then we have Rolly, who is our generalist. He's the guy that pushes every corner and helps out everywhere. He's been pretty involved in stocks and in crypto for a long time now, and I would say he's the one with the most confidence in analyzing markets and what they're going to do. So we are kind of like always excited what he has to share with us about that. Then we have our amazing lead developer, Mr. Green, who made this unique and innovative contract from scratch on. We have X Talento, who is doing all the designs and branding for JTD. So from characters to website to stickers to videos to light paper, every single thing you see graphically made for JTD has gone through X. And then, yeah, you have me, like you said already, I introduced myself. Um, I think we covered the core team.
Perfect, perfect. So, I mean, as a short summary, I would say you guys have exactly the proper areas of interest for the project covered. You have people in each of the areas to make sure that you can develop in the proper way and set the proper path to success for GTD. Now that we kind of got that out of the water, um, let's try and understand what exactly is the project or the ecosystem that you guys are trying to build. What utilities does it have? How do you guys plan to market it? Probably to start off, what does it represent as a concept, and what utilities for its particular native token?
So one of the most interesting utilities for JTD, I would say, at least for the beginning, and now for people buying into pre-sale, is the 33. And yes, you heard that correctly. It's 33% in USD rewards straight to your wallet. Um, I'd say that's like one of the most crazy utilities we have. If you like, I can go more in depth and explain this one because it's really like unique and needs some explanation too.
Definitely, please, yeah, take it away for sure.
So we have, I have to cover the tokenomics for that. We have an buy tax of 6%, and then we have a standard sell tax of 12%. In addition to that, we have the so-called G tax of 33% starting at launch, and which is decreasing for 1% every 5 days automatically. So it starts with a total sell tax of 45 at launch, and every 5 days it goes down for 1% until it completely dies out. Now, other than that, we have also our Let the Jeets Out party, which is an event also implemented into our contract, which gets triggered by a buy counter in our contract. So after a certain amount of buy happened, the Let the Jeets Out party starts, where during this event, and we're gonna have a custom TG bot letting you know when that event starts and how long it goes and how many bytes needed to trigger the event. During that event, each cell made during that event is decreasing the G tax for 1% until the 12% standard sell tax is hit and one person manages to sell on the standard tax. Once that is happened, the GTAX goes back automatically to what it was in the beginning, and the buy counter is reset, the whole party starts again. Now, the whole GTAX doesn't go, to the team or to marketing or development or whatever. The whole GTAX gets distributed to the diamond hands as BUSD rewards.
Also, guys, I posted a video in the main chat. When you have a minute, or probably after the AMA, you can watch it, and that's like a plain explanation of how it works. So it's easier to understand from the video than actually explain it. But I think Kamikaze was pretty clear.
Definitely, quite a lot of things to to take into account. Um, I'm gonna try to try to maintain my questions for the proper path here. Let's start off by asking. So, I mean, the main utility, if I understand correctly, is your BUSD reflection shared towards your holders. Would that be correct?
Uh, it's not our main utility. Our main utility will be the multi-chain launchpad, which is going live on launch, and the DEX swap V3 that we are going to start developing after launch. Uh, those two are going to be our main utilities, alongside with the BUSD rewards, which is going just for 6 months of time, and it's the most rewarding for early believers in the project and diamond hands.
My bad there. My bad there. So let me start off by saying one of the main utilities would be the BUSD reflection that you guys are offering to the diamond hands. Now, let me ask you, how is this going to be sustainable? Because you're offering 33%. I mean, is this going to be a constant percentage throughout the entire lifespan of the project? Is this eventually going to be decreased? Is it conditioned by any factor? Yeah, definitely to start off by asking that.
Yeah, the 33% USD rewards, like I said, is connected to the GTAX, which starts at the launch day, um, and then decreases every 5 day until it dies out. So the BUSD rewards, they will also get lower during the time, but once the GTEX dies out, we intend to still provide either staking pools or to allocate a portion of the marketing wallet to the BUSD rewards to the holders.
Perfect. That is exactly the connection that I was making in my mind, but still, I would rather ask than speculate that I'm correct. So, um, basically, you guys have found a way to keep people not only interested, exactly as you mentioned, to take the paper hands out, to I mean, to pretty much implement a way of taking them out, but at the same time rewarding your loyal community, which is I'm gonna have to face it. It's quite unique. Typically, you only see half of the coin, one side of this coin. Now you're seeing both of them. So definitely kudos on that for introducing it. Um, now you
Um,
guys got me.
if I
Yeah,
if
yeah.
I can just add something to it, you said like it's not actually that we want to just like punish the paper hands or prevent them for selling due to high taxes, but we want actually to educate them, because what happens is most of the guys, they don't know how to invest. They just chase hype and green candles and pre-sales, and I mean it's like a virus spreading around DSC space where everyone is just looking to settle for 1.5x or whatever, and nobody's looking into what they are investing. They're just following some hypes. So what we intend actually to do through our utilities, but also through our tax system, is to educate people to become diamond hands, to take profits responsibly, not to wreck charts and destroy projects and start panic massive sells off. Um, but to actually change the BSC space again, to bring it to the old vibes, to bring even better vibes than it was, and just to let it grow and let projects grow and their utilities actually make revenue for the holders, and not just the short term pump and dump hype and tax. Yeah.
Well, as much details as we can get and as much insight, that's even better for the community to understand. As a principle, as a core principle, I mean, I definitely respect what you guys are doing. Again, I'm not the one to fud or to judge people if they want to sell in the first 10 minutes or 15 minutes. The longevity of the project is not built with those particular people, so to speak. And with this, we will I'm gonna move on because I don't want anyone to feel insulted by what I've just said. Hopefully you guys know me by now. Let's talk about the other thing that you guys mentioned, the other two utilities. I'm actually going to give you the floor to present them to us. I don't want to spoil anything. Whichever one of them you want to start with, please definitely take it away. I definitely want to learn more about this.
Yeah, okay. So I would really love to cover the multi-chain launchpad and upcoming DEX and swap. But before that, I would let player one introduce the Presale NFT lottery, as we have that one live and going as we speak.
All right, thank you. So few words about our NFT lottery. It's completely random. We have no control over it whatsoever. It's our fun way of for people to get a whitelist spot in our pre-sale. So instead of joining competitions or trying to get lucky and and win a whitelist spot from a influencer call or AMA, they can just join our lottery, purchase few tickets, and have a guaranteed spot in the lottery. In the same time, they can win up to 2,000 BNB. No, sorry, 2,000 BUSD in prizes. Um, one of the odds are around 1 in 10 is a winning ticket. Um, and the lottery is divided 70 and 30%. So 70% is the liquidity pool for the winners. So these are prices that go you can claim directly from the contract, and 30% go into the heart of the project, the Diamond Vault, and those funds will be used to support the liquidity, make buybacks, etc. So yeah, that's a quite unique lottery, and I think Kami wants to add something to this as well.
Why we decided, and I mention it always, and I think it's really important to mention why we wanted to do an NFT lottery first in the first place. It's because what you've seen in the space, usually those lotteries and raffles, it's either the team winning or the friends, and the average BSC investor, got wrecked. I mean, we are all BSC investor in the end, and it's just not fair. So we came actually up with a system, with a lottery system that works together with the NFTs. So beside the cool NFTs picture, diamond. You mint the diamond, you win. You mint the GET, you lose. Besides that, we came up with a system where the lottery tickets mint is completely random, so it can't be manipulated, not by us, not by exploited by other contracts that people create to exploit the NFTs. It's completely random. It works with the system similar to Chainlink, just with another provider, the VRF, where it basically asks on chain for random number, then it gets back to our contract and mints your NFT. So we don't have any say in this, and every mint is completely random, and that's like important to say. I want people to understand that we can't manipulate the lottery.
Interesting, interesting. So I mean, I think you mentioned that the let's say it's split. So 70% of the pool will go to winners, and then 30% will go to the Diamond Vault, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, that's correct.
Perfect, perfect. Okay, Diamond Vault to be used, LP buybacks, so to speak, right?
Yeah, it's like a bank, like our treasury. I mean, player one, can we drop the ecosystem to Diamond Vault? We have like a cool, really cool infographic on that one, so everyone can visualize it better. Because from all the utilities we have, and the portion of the taxes is going to feed that Diamond Vault, which in the end supports the liquidity pool, supports the development, even can support the I mean, we have a marketing wallet that is collecting taxes, but also from the Diamond Vault, if we have like a really massive marketing strategy in the future, we just need some extra funds to actually can push it, right? Then a portion of the Diamond Vault can be used for that too. But it's mainly like for the liquidity pool and future development utilities of JTD, which again gonna create more revenue for the Diamond Vault. It's like a feeding circle ecosystem that will be sustainable for a long period of time.
Perfect, perfect. Thank you, my man. Thank you for adding that. Definitely, as I've said from the beginning, basically the purpose of these AMAs is for us to get educated in regards to every single thing that you guys plan to bring forward to the space, and then eventually to ask questions to try and uh, dive in even more if not everything is covered. So far so good. I mean, we're tackling a lot of important aspects. The vault, let's say the treasury, the diamond NFT lottery. Are we by any? I mean, are we ready right now to talk about the future utility, or would you like to continue the presentation in a different way?
If we gonna finish up with the utilities that we have delivered, so basically we have the NFT Presale Lottery, which is ongoing, and we're gonna have those massive BUSD rewards of 33% on launch. But also we're gonna have our multi-chain launchpad V1 live on launch, which is pretty amazing, and I would like to go more in depth about that if you like.
Definitely. Whenever I hear the word launchpad, I'm hyped. I want to know more about it. So yeah, please take it away as much as you can share about it for sure.
Exactly. So our Launchpad obviously going to have all the industry standards in it. What it makes unique are few interesting functions that we already have implemented, and many more to come in the V2, which is already being worked on. So there are going to be continuous updates on the Launchpad. Now for V1, we have multi-chain launch protocol where you basically, let's make an assumption, Alex, you want to launch a project, right? And you say, okay, I need this project to be, on BNB, Ethereum, and Matic. I mean, you can choose up to 6 chains. You can just go with one. You can go with two. You can go with 5, whatever you desire, right? Now, let's say, for example, you choose those 3, BNB, Ethereum, and Matic. You create the pre-sale. People contribute, right? They contribute, BNBs, Ethereums, and ETHs and MAT. And then, you finalize the pre-sale, and our contract calculates the contributions on each chain automatically, and then divides the tokens for liquidity, and auto locks it on each chain automatically, so that across all the 3 chains that you're launching, the launch price is the same. Okay. So that's something that our contract does automatically. Next to that, it also airdrops you the contributors their token automatically too. So once you click to finalize, right, the liquidity gets sent and locked. The contributors get airdropped automatically, so you don't have people in the chat asking, "Oh, where is the link? Where do I claim my tokens? I didn't receive my airdrop yet," and so on. But you can actually focus on a successful launch, and people get their tokens straight to the wallet, right? Saving you a lot of valuable time. And last but not least, as we are only launching projects to do KYC verification with us, and make sure to use our audit services, where we make sure that the contract is 100% safe if they are not using one of our pre-made contracts for their token. Um, they have also the possibility to pre-raise 20% of their funds when they reach the soft cap, basically enabling projects to have marketing funds before launch, or to even market the launch better, and giving possibility to have funds available.
Okay. So I mean, starting to think about this in so many ways. The thing that actually caught my eye is, correct me if I'm wrong, you are looking to implement a unique automatic distribution system. Is that where you're going with this?
Exactly.
It's only one of the things really that stand out from the current launch pads available out there. There's a lot more to it.
Yeah, like the thing that I'm most bullish on, and I'm seeing it, now when you have a pre-sale and you have a launch like a day or 2 days maybe after the pre-sale is finished, right? And you had like a marketing campaign ongoing for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Projects tend to really get low on funds, right? So what happens is, you don't have any, funds available from the pre-sale until you don't launch, right? So once you launch and the liquidity is locked, you get your, BNBs that you can use for marketing, etc. Right now, with our launchpad, once the project hit their soft cap, they can pre-withdraw 20% in funds of the soft cap to actually have funds available to do a successful marketing for launch, or even to support the pre-sale to reach the hard cap. So that's like one of the things that I like the most myself, and other projects will too.
Well, I mean, for sure, from my perspective as an investor and oh, as a tester for so many launch pads, um, the auto distribution is something that will come in hand for sure. Now, from a developer perspective, not that I will ever be one, but still, the pre-withdraw 20%, it can go both ways. So let me ask you, because I mean, I don't have the knowledge necessary to understand this. um how can, I mean, in a part of a project right now. You are, um you're launching a project on your launchpad. Once it reaches the soft cap, you're going to have access to 20% of the funds in order to start that development and marketing and so on and so forth. Correct so far?
Correct.
Perfect. Now, me as an investor in that particular project, I assume that we're not talking about the early withdrawal function anymore. So once I'm in, I'm good.
Exactly.
Perfect. And now, probably, and I think I'm gonna I'm gonna bury so many questions with this, but still, how can I be, let's say, secure on the fact that whoever is the developer or the owner and has access to that particular 20% is not gonna just take the 20% and run off? Like, walk us through the process. I know it's probably impossible, but I just don't have the pieces in my mind right now.
No, look, we discussed. I knew this question is going to come, and I'm happy, man, because many people don't think of it that way. We actually had quite a discussion about this, and because we are doing a KYC verification ourselves with each project that it tends to launch with us, right, and an audit too. That's why we came up with this function, right? Because then, if someone wants to scam you, you still have his KYC verification, because our KYC verification is going to be different, where it's almost impossible that you can fool us with a fake ID and a fake person KYCing for you, because we have put a plan and measures in place where you need to verify and prove it, that you are the dev, through different ways. We don't want to say which ways, so people can start to think of way to cheat that. Um, but yeah, if you run off with 20% of the pre-funds, then obviously your KYC information is going to be released. Um, the Let's say most the worst thing that can happen is that you, as an investor, you lose 20% of your investment. Which, if it should happen, we also have the treasury, like our diamond vault, which collects 50% of the launchpad fees for the diamond vault, and 50% of the fees goes back to the launchpad development. And we can use a portion of that treasury or that diamond vault, if things like that should happen, to actually have a refund policy in space for the investors, right? But still, even if you say, look, you invest in a project on a different launchpad, I don't want to make any names. I don't want to make no one, sound bad. Uh, platform that don't ask, KYC and audit verification. Obviously, if you buy in, it's your money, your choice. You have to do your research, but then, you end up being rug pulled, right? You lose 100% of your investment. Now, we offer the most safe we can, ask from project owners, which is a KYC with us and an audit service to ensure that shady things don't happen, right? Now, if they do, we obviously have the KYC information in hand, and we will have our treasury, our diamond vault for necessarily refunds. But we hope it doesn't come to that.
I mean, definitely, definitely. We're not here to speculate that it might or might not happen, but I'm pretty sure that the community had this question as soon as we found out about this unique feature. So I mean, to take it out of the way, you guys have to think about different questions for sure, and you have a lot to talk about. Um, I mean, I would probably
11
say.
months, the last 11 months, I mean, and really, I'm not joking around. We had like every single, if not every second day, hour longs of VCs and, just talking about the project and every possible outcome. Also, with the G taxes and tax and how it's going to work. And, do you think somebody's really going to sell on a 45% sell tax? How is our chart going to look like? Is there still going to be people selling at launch? Or are we just, going to look like a honeypot with green candles over green candles and everyone just holding? I mean, we really had so much discussions about this project, and we thought of every single outcome and, things to prevent something bad happening to the project overall, because that's all we care about. We've been working on this baby since 11 months, man.
Let me actually try and tackle that that question with a short answer. Is anyone going to sell on a 45%? Yes. But what's going to happen is they're going to sell either a portion of them or a couple of them or whatever. And then they're going to go in the chat and say, listen, I sold, but they scam me. They got my tokens. Pretty much the usual FUD that you would see from people that don't actually document themselves. So, I mean, if you're looking at your investor pool, no, they won't sell. If you're looking at your quick flip paper hands, they will probably try and tackle this and then complain. I've seen this before. It
And
happens. It's not your fault, of course.
no, exactly. And player one has a really, really something nice to say about it. We already told it in another AMA, because like the same thing came up, and he said it so nicely. I mean, we have an educated Diamond Hands community as we speak now, and we are working on them to understand this project 100%. But I give him the mic, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I had this question just on the previous AMA, and it's actually quite interesting. So we of course we don't know how the chart will look after the launch, because no one ever done this before. This is a completely new thing. Um, and how actually I see that we want to educate the BSC space, right? We want to make it a better and safer place for everyone, for your investment, and try to uh, decrease the level of scams that are happening every day, which is just it's just crazy, right? um, so I think it's going to be like a real life lesson for people who actually don't do their research, don't they just throw their money at projects, and if they if they get surprised, I'm sorry, they start fudding. But we have a really good base of investors already believing in us, being with us from well for a while now. That will I think they will tackle this fad straight away, and there will be like many comments. Oh, you should do your research. This is okay. This is fine. No one's scamming you. So I think it's a good lesson for those people if this happens.
And I definitely agree with you, my man. Each of these, let's say, policies taken are hopefully are lessons. Some of them may learn, some of them may never learn. But still, we're not here to nitpick. We're not here to speculate. Definitely, I mean, when it comes to your multi-chain launchpad, um, I mean, this is something that we've been waiting around the space for it to make it happen. And so far, I mean, I haven't found a reliable one. Again, I'm not here to fight any of the current ones, but I mean, yeah, I'm just gonna leave it there. I think there's room for more launch pads. That's all that I'm saying. Um, Definitely to move along from that. Is there a point right now for us? Is this probably developed, or is it a long term perspective? We were looking about we were talking about a dex and a swap. Uh, are there any available maybe details on that particular utility, or is this something on the long term roadmap development?
So it's not on the long term. So basically, we want to have all the phase one utilities delivered before the GTEx dies out. Now, we already have been in talks with several developers, and we are going to start working on our, DEX and swap system after launch ASAP. We have really, really unique and innovative functions we want to implement in that, and they have a big potential of changing the BSC space. uh, like I said, we have really, really nice ideas for this one. What I can say, it's going to be a V3. It's going to be super gas efficient. Mr. Green, he cares a lot about that. You know, our contract, which is a rewards contract too, I think has the smallest gas fees ever possible. I mean, the deployment of the contract was just around $7. Um, so he's really focused on that one, and then the outsourced developers gonna help us integrate all the functions that are going to be unique and revolutionary for the BSC space.
I mean, very ambitious if you ask me. Let me actually go back to my notes. I don't want to make you repeat anything. GTAX. So you said decreasing 1% every 5 days, right?
Decreasing. Yeah, like going down every 5 days.
Yeah, decreasing. Perfect. So I mean, basically, if I'm doing the math correctly, hopefully um I'm not actually
165
missing this.
days.
Exactly. So 165 days, let's say your margin to bring every utility out. I mean, man, that's actually quite not only ambitious. That would be a dream if you ask me. Um, Now, how I
Can
mean,
I
Well,
correct you
I
before we
I
move
wouldn't say
forward?
I
Because
wouldn't
I
say
think,
a dream. Yeah, you
sorry,
go on,
because I
player one.
think we missed one important point here, that our multi-chain launchpad is ready on launch. So pretty much what we're going to focus on right now is the DEX and swap.
okay, then it makes it even more reasonable. If you're, let's say, if 50% is done, then yeah, the other 50% makes it even more reasonable. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's impossible, but typically, and again, this comes to the BSC space in general. We're not used to, or maybe I'm not used to, having the full spec of utility, the full range offered, you know, that fast. So that's why I was asking about this, if it's ambitious, if it's possible or not. um yeah, definitely what I can say is you guys have an impressive plan. Not only an impressive plan, impressive accomplishment so far. But I mean, it all probably revolves around your native token and what's about to come. I mean, your short-term focus probably right now would be your pre-sale, right? I mean, I hope I'm not mistaken when saying that.
Yes, correct. We are focusing on our pre-sale, which happens on Sunday.
I need to start off by saying thank you. I don't know if I speak on behalf of the community, whatever. I mean, in this case, I would say thank you on my behalf. You guys are bringing whitelist pre-sales back. I mean, I've again, I don't want to fud any other project, but I'm sick and tired of these fair launches, man. I mean, I'm I'm looking forward to fighting my ass off for a whitelist. I mean, to grind the whitelist spot. I'm looking forward to that. I'm anxious for it, to be honest. So definitely, I
Alex,
think, yeah, man.
can I tell you just one thing? You are like the 50th person today that's been telling me this. We are all sick of this. It's not about the fair launches. I mean, the fair launch system is it's a nice system. The thing behind that is that those projects just last a day or two, and then the next fair launch comes, and so on. And just a few certain people make a huge amount of money, and the average BSC investor, gets left dry. But yeah, we are looking back to bring whitelists back.
And man, I'm happy. Again, I don't know. I'm not a developer, so I don't even know which one is more beneficial. But as an investor, I love pre-sales, man. I love whitelist pre-sales. I love the process. Let's fight for whitelist. Let's get our spot in and make sure we get that contribution. With fair launches, I don't know. It seems too easy lately. So going back to that, let's cover that a bit. What are we looking at right now? So I mean, do you have a number of whitelist? Probably have a number of whitelist spots in your mind. How many would you say you are gonna give away? Min buy, max buy, all the details for the community to know.
So we have a big min buy of zero point 0.5 and a max buy of 3 BNB. Sorry, just talking so much percentages lately. So zero point 0.5 and 3 BNB min max buy. The soft cap is going to be 200 and the hard cap 400. And we are looking roughly somewhere between 600 and 800 whitelist. We are still on crunching the final numbers. We are pretty picky which channels we're working with, and we reserved a lot of the whitelist for the competitions because we really want to engage the community, and want them to be bullish and share, and change their profile picture, and go to Twitter and write something nice about it and invite a friend. That's what the old BSC vibes is for me, right? And every project is just successful if it has a good community, and you have to get the community engaged.
Spot on, spot on. I could have not said this better, my man. And yeah, I agree. Changing the picture, shilling the community, the token, the name, pretty much everything. I miss the good old days. But still, I mean, I'm hoping we are going to see these happen more often. Now, going back to this, to your token, where did I have this? I have it here. So, min is 0.5, max is 3 BNB, soft cap 200, hard cap 400, reasonable amounts that you guys are looking to obtain. More than fair, if you ask me. You're not actually, although you have big utility cases. I mean, some would say maybe 400 is not enough, given the fact that others, not that I'm comparing you guys to others, have raised way more for less than 50% of what you have in utility, so to speak. So as a general statement, I would say everything is put into place accordingly.
It's,
From
we already.
Yeah, go ahead, please, go ahead.
Oh, no, sorry. My internet connection just like kind of broke, and I just heard you double time. Sorry for interrupting, man. Um, can you repeat, please?
For sure. I mean, what I was saying is that you have fairly reasonable amounts, 200 soft cap, 400 hard cap, for the whole spec of utility that you guys are bringing forward. Being accustomed with projects that raised way more, two times more, three times more, and bringing forward only 50% of your utility, if 50%. So yeah, that's what that's what I said.
Yeah, the thing is, so we developed like one of our main utilities already before we launched. So it's not that we need that much of the funding through the pre-sale. The private sale we have had and we closed. A portion of that money was used for the Web3 integration and the D apps, free NFT lottery and the launchpad and the staking. The rest was just for marketing. So we actually, we are trying to build more, launch by pressure and just get the token live and get people to buy in once it's live instead of raising huge amounts of money and then you don't have nobody interested in buying it launch.
And now, I mean, although you guys pretty much know that, that is why I'm saying I'm kind of tired of seeing fair lunches all across the space. But again, not to digress. Thank you for that, Kamikaze. Let's talk a bit about your tokenomics. What can you tell us about your total supply? How is that divided? And yeah, we kind of covered the taxes already, 6% and 12%, including also the G tax. So just the tokenomics, the total supply, and how are you guys distributing that?
With the mic was muted. So we have a total supply of 1 billion. We have 13 million allocated for a seed sale. We have 50 million allocated to the private sale. Then we have 180 million for the pre-sale, 108 for the liquidity, 100 million for the team tokens, 60 for influencers, and I'm gonna catch you on that because I know that's gonna be the next question. 10 million for airdrops and giveaways, 199 million for the phase 2 utilities, which are locked for a year, and 280 million for future development and centralized exchange listings, which are vested over a period of a year, releasing certain amounts every. I think it starts first 2 months, the first batch, then every month, so we can use those tokens either for the bridges or for new utilities or for the centralized exchange listings. And if the tokens are not used, we're gonna relock them again.
Perfect, perfect. Okay, so everything covered. Actually, I know some of the people will ask about the 60 million for influencers. I want to cover more about seed, private, and pre-sale. So basically, public. What is the difference? I mean, let's assume right now I'm part of of the seed. Is there any vesting, and what price percentage am I getting off comparing to the public, if any, of course?
So if you would be one of the seed investors, I would say, man, I love you. You made this possible because you are having or you have been giving us money for around 8 months now, and you are still super bullish on us and love what we're doing. So I would say a big thank you. And you as a seed investor, as the longest believer in JTD, you are getting, I think it's 10 or 15% over the private sale, more tokens.
It's 10% more than
It's
private sale.
10%, exactly 10% more than private sale, and private sale is getting 10% more than pre-sale, and pre-sale is the same as launch price. So no advantage for the pre-sale except the no tax buy.
Perfect, perfect. Okay. I wish I were one of the seed investors, but I wasn't. Yeah. Lately, for the past couple of months, I've been disconnected for the project. So definitely, maybe
Okay, I
that's
was,
an opportunity.
if we were the usual BSC team, and we will say, okay, don't worry, we can get you for the next project, but we actually don't plan a second project. We want to push this one as hard as possible, and yeah, uh, get a whitelist, man. We have some competitions ongoing. I would love you to see you shilling, man.
If only I would have the time to to chill. But again, as I've said, I just miss the good old times, my man. I used to do it with at some point I used to hate doing it. I was thinking, come on, this is not fair. And now I'm thinking I should start doing it because it was the it was the best feeling ever. But still, again, I don't want to rug people of their questions. Let me take a look on my end and see. Did we manage to cover pretty much? I mean, I saw a question in the chat already. So, are you guys okay with me taking some of the questions in the chat? Some of them are common to mine, so we're gonna shoot two rabbits with one bullet, maybe.
Yeah, of
Oh
course,
yeah,
go for it.
yeah. Player one, I know you love to take questions, man. Yeah, he really loves.
Oh yeah, let's
Awesome.
go.
Let's see. So, I mean, player one, I'm going to be addressing you directly with this in case Kamikaze wants to tackle it. Not even a problem. The first one that I saw and it was on my list as well was I mean, taking into account your roadmap development so far, what would you guys see it as the biggest achievement until this particular moment? And what should we expect as potential or already investors within short time, excluding what we already spoke about? Is there any surprise that you guys are preparing? If you can name it, even better. If not, we're gonna have it as it is.
Um, so I think our biggest achievement is, I personally think, is creating the contract we are having, because um, our dev, he's a genius, and uh, as you can imagine, with all the functions in the contract we have, that was extremely hard to create. For him to uh, make our vision a reality. So that was a extremely hard work for him. And also this contract, it's not a fork of any reason. This is contract made from scratch. It was heavily tested on mainnet and testnet, and it works just how we wanted it to work. So I feel that's our biggest accomplishment so far. After this, obviously the multi-chain launchpad, which also involve a lot of planning and and building it up from nothing. Um, so I think that was our two biggest accomplishments. From surprises, I think delivering so much on launch, that's already a great surprise for anyone investing in, because let's be honest here, how many projects deliver so much uh, before the project is even launched? So that there's I think that there's a really nice surprise for everyone. um, Another thing, we have obviously our NFT lottery, which is well, it's really unique. You can't find nothing like this in this space. And from the surprises on my side, because we had some questions about the other use case than lottery for our NFTs. Um, I'm working on something on the side. It's still top secret. I'm planning it out myself. None of the team members know about this. So actually, buying into NFT lottery might bring you some fun along the way.
Definitely. Thank you for that. I was talking on mute. I don't know what Telegram. I think Kamikaze was right with the Telegram being glitchy. I was talking on mute. It was showing me as talking, but you didn't hear anything. So I'm taking I'm taking it. You didn't actually hear me because it was glitchy.
Yeah.
Definitely quite the incentive is, and as I've mentioned, my man, bringing so much utility within this short time. I mean, if people don't understand the long perspective on this, then yeah, what is there to be done for sure. In regards to what is there to be done, and this is probably a spammed question throughout the community already. Let's talk a bit about the marketing. What do you guys have in plan in terms of that?
So pre-sale, let's call it that way. We have all the usual stuff, advertisement. We are on our AMA tour right now. Um, you're like the second biggest channel we attended so far. We have a lot of planned for tomorrow and after tomorrow. Um, we have partnerships as well already. We have two. We are working on other partnerships as well, and these partnerships are not just to spread the word about us. Obviously it's nice to have more eyes on the project, but also we are in a long-term partnership that will actually work in a way that they will direct projects our way, and to launch with us. um, Secondly, the post pre-sale, post launch marketing is something I don't really want to share, because we are trying some new things as well on top of the all the usual stuff. Our marketer would kill me if I share this info with you guys. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, as you can see, I think we brought nice hype into our chat. Everyone's really excited for the launch and for the project overall. So we are doing good job so far.
Perfect, perfect. It definitely makes sense, my man. The next one that I was reading through the chat, and I'm gonna try and complete it with something of mine. Um, so many things to happen, so many things that you did so far. A good perspective for the future, definitely. Um, how bad would you say? Because I mean, we have to face facts. At the moment, this is probably not the best time of the market. Not probably. Certainly, it isn't the best time. So how how much would you say has the bear market impacted you within developing of the project? Personally, I don't know. I mean, at first sight, I'm not seeing that impact, given the fact that you guys have developed already the utility and planning to bring more. But still, let me just ask it.
Um,
Well, if you want, I can take that one real quick, Michael, because
okay.
it's rather easy. So would it have it been for a market crash and the huge dump that happened a few months back? I mean, we would have launched then with just one utility released, but due to the market conditions happening as they were, we were able to deliver the utilities now before we launched. So for us, in the end, it didn't change a lot, except still working on this project and waiting for the market to stabilize a little, so we can launch our project. And the marketing additions, in the end, we are a really long-term orientated project. Um, we want this to go for years, right? If we are backed by the right community, and I think we will be, um, I think this can go pretty far and be something really nice. So the next bull market comes. Whew.
Also, I want to add, I personally I prefer to launch during the bear market than the bull market. I think it's way better for the longevity of the project, because as you can imagine, the only way is up, really, because of the markets. If you launch on a on a bull market at all time high, then a lot of projects are dying when actually the market go down.
Definitely. I mean, what I also wanna say, I mean, hopefully on behalf of the community and in regards to the project, is that you guys are setting the proper expectations in a transparent way. You're not trying to overstate and try to over deliver on your promise. I think you're talking facts, and that goes a long way. To the next question, let me actually see. I saw I think I saw an interesting one here for you guys. Um, Okay, I mean, there's another one. Okay, let's tackle this as well. Um, Knowing the fact that investors just focus on the price of the token, within short term, that's pretty much all that they look at. What would you say is your motivation offered towards your investors to hold the token long term? Again, I kind of have a couple of ideas in my mind, but I want the community to have their own shot at the questions.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, I think we pretty much covered this throughout the AMA, but it's definitely the BUSD rewards for the beginning, where actually we done math on this, and if you're part of the Diamond Club, so you own more than 500,000 tokens to be eligible for the rewards. I'm not sure if we covered this actually, but there's a that little tiny catch to the reward system that you need to be part of the Diamond Club. You need to own more than 500,000 tokens, which are worth approximately 1.1 BNB on the pre-sale price, which is, it's not crazy. Um, for the smaller holders, we will have a liquidity staking pools, more of a farming pools, where you will still receive BSD rewards. You don't have to lock your tokens or anything like it. You need to stake them, but you can unstake them and claim your rewards anytime you want. And this is made for, we don't want to give away our native token because I think it's too valuable for us. And for those smaller holders, the BUSD rewards will give them a opportunity to climb up the ladder and join the Diamond Club and be eligible for those high rewards. So I think that's a good strategy for the for the early buyers, for people who want to sleep at night, don't want to worry about the chart. So many projects are like do I go to bed or do I check the chart, check my bag, and actually what we figured out, and we done maths on this. If you're part of the Diamond Club, is no way for you to lose money with our project due to the taxation system and the rewards. If you hold, obviously, if you don't sell, it's there's no way in the world for you to lose money on this project.
Perfect, perfect. Let me actually ask you guys before we go to the wrap up and ending statements. Um, is there anything, any aspect of the project, or any other feature or potential information that we've missed? Is there anything that maybe I've missed to ask you, or something that you didn't get to cover until now?
I think we cover all the main parts. I could maybe just hint on the whitelist competitions we have. So we have it's not so easy to get a whitelist with us. We have our sweep widget that is going on around right now. I think we are offering up to $8,000 in rewards there for 10 people. We have our shilling competitions where you can acquire some BNB prices and also whitelists. Beside that, there's the NFT lottery, and you might get lucky with chat channels giving away the whitelist, which we are really picky, and the channels are getting just like the bigger channels, like up to 10 whitelists, and the smaller channels just one or two.
Well, I mean, that actually comes as an incentive as well, because the more whitelists you give, I mean, the more, after the, let's say, the reasonable amount. If you guys are looking at a 400 BNB, typically I would say, and again, this is just my 2 cents on it. Doesn't actually mean it has to be like that. I would say probably anywhere from 500 to 600 would be a decent amount. Now, if you guys are looking to offer, and again, as an example, 2000, those investors are actually going to be pissed, because everybody's going to think, yeah, you're just trying to gas it up, and it's not even a point of it. So by doing things your way and doing it in a fair way, exactly as I was mentioning earlier, with the transparency involved in, yeah, I definitely think, with the support of the market, the more it raises, the more support it's going to offer the community and everything that you guys built so far. Yeah, I think you guys have what it takes, from my honest perspective again.
Amazing. Thank you. That's really nice to hear from you. Yeah, we put a lot of hard work in this project. As Kami mentioned, we spoke to each other inside the core team more than to our wives. And, we want to make it a success. We are doing our best every day, spending out countless of hours on, chatting with each other and aligning stuff. So, we put a lot of hard work into this.
I hope, and again, I hope the community saw this as well. I saw it. I mean, I felt the passion that you guys brought forward to this AMA. It was not a standard one. Okay, so we're gonna develop this and that, and it's a whitelist, and you guys are welcome to join and blah blah blah. There were many more layers involved. Again, what I recommend to for each and every project, in order to understand it from your perspective, from your own way of seeing things, read the documentation. The white paper is written in a very user friendly way. I mean, there's simply no way you're not going to get the info. Pretty much everything. um, it's more of a pitch deck, if you ask me, containing all the relevant information put in a proper way. I mean, it's not one of those 50 pages where you get bored halfway. So yeah, read the documentation. Let's actually, before we wrap up, if you guys are okay, let's remind the community when can they join.
Can I just
Yeah,
can I just drop, because we have a really nice explanatory video for you guys, which kind of, because we understood there's a lot to take on our project. It's a lot of small moving parts in it, and it sometimes can be a bit overwhelming. But we have created this video, and you can it's really makes it plain and simple for everyone to understand, and it makes even more sense once you watch it than us trying to explain it to someone. i just
please,
uh,
definitely. Yeah, definitely
I just
post it
posted
in
it.
the.
Yeah, it's in the main chat.
Perfect. Okay. Hope everybody can see that.
Yeah, it's like 50 megabytes, so um I hope you can guys download it.
It's working fine for me. I'm actually looking at it right now. So yeah, I hope
Amazing.
everybody can watch it.
Actually, that video made me even more excited about the project itself, because when you have it's one thing when you have all those parts in your head, and and then you see it on a screen, someone really nicely explaining it to you, like step by step, and how this and that. It got me even more bullish, because I realized even more how great idea this can be, and it is.
Definitely. Well, I mean, I would definitely urge you guys, on top of doing the standard documentation, website, pink sale, pretty much everything, watch the video, get the full perspective of this. And yeah, definitely decide for yourself if, and again, if you get a whitelist. Um, yeah, definitely. If you can remind to the community, when is the pre-sale starting? How can they get whitelisted? Yeah, what kind of options are they running on right now?
You can acquire whitelist throughout our NFT lottery. Um, we have some competition going on for the shilling, just sharing your materials about us. We will pick the winners on Sunday morning. Yes, Sunday morning. Um, Again, you can try your luck with getting the whitelist spot from the callers, the influencers groups. Um, that's pretty much it. We just closed our private couple of days. Well, yesterday actually, we shut down our private, so that's got filled 100%. Um, that was last chance to join that. And the pre-sale starts on 4th of September on a pink sale. I think I dropped the link already before. I can do it again if you would like.
Definitely, for sure, for the people to actually have the opportunity to, to see exactly what we were looking at. So I mean, guys, when it comes to whitelist spots, first of all, join their socials, and look for contests, look for any other opportunity if you want to be a part of this. If not, for sure, as player one said, you can probably rely on other call channels. Once they will award some. uh, yeah, just, I mean, again, if you want to be on top of things and be informed, watch their socials. They will be announcing every single thing there: upcoming AMAs, upcoming whitelist giveaways, contests, and so on and so forth. uh, to both of you and to the entire team, I want to thank you for taking the time to present this in a biased way. I mean, I didn't actually feel it as an AMA. I felt like a casual conversation between a couple of friends, although it's the first time that I'm talking to you guys. So definitely thank you for that. Thanks to all the efforts put into this AMA, into the project. definitely, I hope you guys succeed. Best of luck with the project. Should I be a part of it or not, it all comes down to my luck and my availability on chilling and obtaining grinding that white list. For
Yeah.
sure. Definitely. So I mean,
Well,
the most interesting one is, the profile picture. So I would actually love to see those diamonds on you.
well, don't forget there's the NFT lottery. It's still we still have quite a bit of tickets left for everyone to get it.
there you go. There you go, guys. So you have everything right now prepared. Be a part of this. Shill, change your profile picture. Do whatever makes you comfortable. If you want to be a part of this, again, thank you, Kamikaze. Thank you, Player One. It was definitely a pleasure to host you guys. Wishing you the best of the best of luck with the project from Phoenix Holdings, and I hope to be able to talk to you guys soon in the future. Maybe on a follow up to see how the project went for sure.
Amazing. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for having us. It was really pleasure to talk to you. And I hope we can do the follow up, as soon as possible.
For sure, my man. You guys know where to reach us. Definitely. Thanks to everybody that got engaged into this AMA. If by any chance we missed your questions or we didn't answer them, join their socials. They're posted in Phoenix right now. This being said, I wish everybody has a great rest of their day or night, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks again to JTD team. Wishing them the best from Phoenix. Bye for now, everybody. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you. Goodbye. Thank you, Alex.